Operation Rage, Germany, turn 6. We have 71 IPCs. So we're going to buy 9 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 factory miner, 1 fighter, 1 submarine, and we did 7. We had to spend 7 IPCs, and we did get our tech, and that leaves 1 left over. So we have quite a few combats this turn. So we're going to start up here in the North Sea. We're going to be taking this destroyer from A-15, going 1, 2, 3, and attacking the Russian submarine. We're also going to be moving this German submarine and attacking the Lend-Lease. And then moving over here onto the Eastern Front, we're going to be sending these 2 infantry from Leningrad into Archangel, along with this artillery. And then we're going to be sending these 3 tactical bombers from Belarus, 1, 2. So they have 2 left over. So attacking, they're going to be doing a surprise strike on the artillery, of course. And then Kaluga we're going to be attacking. I'm going to be sending 2 units from my big army group in Belarusia. So that's 2 infantry. And I'm also flying this fighter in. So that's 2 there. And then here, down here, oops, you'll not be able to see this. Oh no, I think you can see it. They're in Rostov. I'm going to be sending in this infantry and artillery from Ukraine. And then I'm also going to be flying from Romania, these paratroopers. So 1, 2, 3. And then sending in these 2 paratroopers. So that's a total of 3 infantry, 1 artillery coming in there. Yeah, I didn't know if you could see that or not. Okay, and then also in Bryansk, I'm going to be sending in these 2 infantry from Western Ukraine, these 2 infantry from the marshes. Also from the marshes, I'm going to be, I have 2 fighters here. Give me 1 second here. I thought I had the fighters figured out. Okay, I'm going to be sending in 1 fighter from the marshes down to Rostov. So he'll have 2 left. And the one at whatever it's called there, Kaluga, I'll be sending in another fighter. So there's 2 movement there. And then this massive army group in Belarus, I'm going to be attacking Bryansk. So I'll be sending in, I've already got 4 infantry coming in already. I'm going to be sending in 5 artillery. And I have tech, by the way, for artillery. So 5 artillery is coming in as well. And also this tank from Leningrad is going to be going down. And then I'm just going to leave the army group just to see what else is going to happen. I'm going to send in another send in another infantry. Just a minute here. Sorry, I was going to paratroop some infantry. Here they are. So over here from West Germany, I'm going to be picking up paratroopers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they'll land in West Ukraine. I'm dropping in two more infantry. So that's a total of 3, 4, 5 artillery, 2, 4, 6 infantry, and a tank. Sending in another infantry. There we go. Okay, anything else I may have forgotten? Just give me a second. I think that's all my attacks. Okay, so let's start. Let's start in Rostov. So you have 2 infantry in Rostov. I have 3 infantry. So you have 2 infantry in Rostov. I have 3 infantry and artillery and a fighter. So 3 infantry and an artillery. So I'm paired with an artillery. So that's 3 infantry. One of them's paired with an artillery and a fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that isn't paired with an artillery actually. It's just 3 infantry and a fighter against 2 oh, sorry, I'm getting confused here. I'm going to put it on the battle board so I don't get confused. Okay, here we go. So we've got, one second. There we go. So the Russians have 1 infantry. I have a fighter. I have an artillery. And I have 2 infantry paired because I have artillery tech. Okay, so there's a fighter, 2 infantry paired with an artillery, plus 1 for the total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 2 hits. I only needed 1. And the Russian fires back, and they miss. Okay, so we're going to work our way up. So this is in Bryansk. So in this area we have a Russian artillery, and we have 3 Russian infantrymen. And I have a tank, and I have infantry. So I have 5 artillery, which can support these 2, 4, 5, 7 infantry. And then I have a tank and I have a fighter. fighter. Okay, so for the Germans, 2 seconds here. So I have a tank, I have a fighter, I have 3, 4, 5 artillery, and then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 infantry. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I'm going to roll that in 2 groups. And I did get 3, 4 hits. So, oh, for Pete's sakes. Okay, so far 1 hit. 1 hit for the Germans. And that rolled dice keeps rolling out, so I'm going to roll it with the other ones. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4. So I kill all of the units. Very good rolls for the Germans that turn. And of course the Russians get to fire back. They get 5 shots. 3, 4, 5. And they get 3 hits. So Bryansk is taken. Second, I'm going to put everything back. Next, we're going to take Kaluga. Hopefully, we got 2 fighters, 2 infantry versus 1 German infantry. So 2 fighters, 2 infantry versus 1 Russian infantry. 2 fighters, 2 infantry versus 1. And we do. Wow, the German infantry is amazing. And then the last battle is an Archangel. We have 2, oops, I gotta put these fighters back. Give me 1 second. So we have 3 Russian artillery, and we have 3 tacticals coming in. We're going to try and surprise strike the artillery. And we also have artillery, German artillery supported by 2 infantry. So first we're going to try and do our surprise strike. So we got 3 coming in, and we get 2 hits, which is really good for the Germans. And now we do our regular combat. So we have 2 infantry and 1 artillery coming in. We miss. The Russians fire back. They have 3 coming in. They get 2 hits. So I have 1 artillery, and I've got 3 tacticals coming in. So 1 artillery, 3 tacticals. And we hit, and the Russians get a chance to fire back. And the Russians miss, fortunately, as we can only capture it with 1 unit. Yes, we lost 2. So we have one artillery left. So now we're going to do the combat on the North Sea. We we have a Russian destroyer versus a German destroyer versus a Russian submarine. And this, and the German destroyer is victorious, the Russian submarine is sunk. So now we're going to do our non-combat moves. So we got to land some planes. So give me a second here. Okay, so first of all, our tacticals have 2 movement. So they're going to land in Smolensk. I have 2 fighters in Kaluga, so they're going to land in Leningrad. And I have 1 fighter. This one also has 2 movement. I have 1 fighter in Bryansk. So he's going to go in Western Ukraine. This bomber had 1 movement, so he's going to land in Western Ukraine. And I have this one that landed the paratroopers from Romania, 1, 2, 3, so we can go back to Romania. Oops. So that's the Air Force. Okay, also I want to move this airplane from Transjordan, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to land in southern Italy, and I knocked things over, but I'll straighten that out in a minute. Okay. So let's just tidy up things a little bit and put some German crosses on. So we have Bryansk, we have Rostov, we have Kaluga, we have Archangel, okay, so what we're going to do is we have a transport here. So these 2 units in Finland, the infantry and artillery, are going to land in Leningrad. And we have 1 infantry in Latvia. It's also going to go in Leningrad. And this entire army group is going to go into Bryansk. So I'm going to sort that out in just a minute. I've got a mech. It's also going to go in Bryansk. So let's get that sorted out now. Thank you. Yes, you can see that. So this is infantry. These are mech. That's artillery. This is AA. So from Smolensk, one of those before it moves, before that big stack moves into Bryansk, I'm going to move 1 AA into Leningrad. So I have 2 AAs in that stack. So I'm going to put 1 AA in Leningrad. And then I have 4 in Belarus, 4 infantry. They're going to move to Smolensk just to protect my tacticals. Okay, and then I move some units, as you know. I'm going to put everything, consolidate everything. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry in here, plus 3, 4, 5 artillery and a tank. So this is the artillery. And this is the infantry. I got 4 infantry, so there's 3, 4 infantry. And I've got 3 mech. And I've got 1 more tank. So I'm going to add that tank. So 3, 4, 5. So that becomes 6 tanks. And 3, 4, 5 artillery. 3, 4, 5, 6 artillery. I had 5 and I added 1 is 6. You can see all that. So 6 tanks, 10, 14 infantry, 3 mech, 1 AA, and 3, 4, 5. I can change that, make it 6 artillery. So that's what's in Bryansk. I've got 1 AA unit, an extra one in Ukraine. So I'm going to move that into Bryansk as well. Okay, so now I have some rail movement I can do. And I'm going to make sure I do my rails before I put on my reinforcements. I always seem to get in trouble with that. So I've got, I can rail 5 from Germany. So there's 3 artillery here. So 1. So I'm going to send 1 artillery to Latvia, 1, 2, 3. And then the other 2 are going to go 1, 2, 3 to Western Ukraine. That's 2 artillery in Western Ukraine. As well, I'm going to move, I have 1 more infantry in Berlin. I can go one, 2, 3. So I've got an infantry and artillery in Latvia, and then I have the others in Western Ukraine. Okay, and I'm going to move this 1 artillery out of France and put that in West Germany. And then I'm going to move this tactical from Germany to Western Germany, like so. So now I can put on my, oh, one last thing, that's why I have this arrow here. And these are all infantry. These are 2 German infantry down here in southern Italy. So they're going to rail 1, 2, 3 and go into Western Germany. So I just have a fighter there now. Okay, so now I'm going to put on my reinforcements. So I have 1 submarine that's going to go into A14. I've got 5 infantry, which are going to go into West Germany. I'm actually going to send 6 infantry into West Germany. I'm going to put 3 in Berlin and 2 artillery into Berlin, 1 fighter into West Germany. And then I've got 1 factory which is going to go into Ukraine. So I think I've done, so now I can do my disposition of forces. Or sorry, hold on. I forgot something. I need to put something. These 3 infantry in Berlin. I'm going to put 2 in Finland. And I'm going to put 1 in Romania. That's 2 in Finland, 1 in Romania. And do I want to do anything with, oops, I put it in Karelia, not Finland. There they are in Finland. And instead of 2 artillery in Germany, I'm going to put, should I leave 2 artillery there? I'll leave 2 artillery there. Okay, so let's do our disposition of forces. I'm going to make 1 minor change. This unit that railed to Latvia is actually going to rail to Romania. So I have 2 infantry in Romania. Okay, so let's do disposition of forces. So in France, we have 3 infantry. In West Germany, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 AA, 2 tanks, 1 tactical, and 1 fighter. So 10 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 AA, 2 tanks, 1 tactical, 1 fighter. In Berlin, I have 1 AA and 2 artillery. And off the coast in A14, I have 1 U-boat. Up north, I have a destroyer in A5. I have a submarine in A6. I have 2 infantry in Finland. I have 1 artillery in Latvia. I have 1 transport in A15. In Leningrad, I have 2 fighters, 3 infantry, 2 artillery, and 1 AA. In Archangel, I have 1 artillery. Kaluga, I have 2 infantry. In Smolensk, I have 3 tactical and 4 infantry. In Western Ukraine, I have 2 artillery, 1 fighter, and one bomber. So I'm gonna drive everybody crazy here, but I'll just leave it that. I'll leave that bomber the way it is. That's as far as he can go. Give me 1 second. If he went, because they landed there. So I'm going to put this bomber in Smolensk there. So now I have maximum flexibility with that. So Smolensk has 4 infantry, 3 tactical, and one transport. In Western Ukraine, I've got a fighter and 2 artillery. In Rostov, I have 3 infantry and an artillery. In Ukraine, I have a minor factory. In Romania, I have 2 infantry and transport. Southern Italy, I have a fighter. In Transjordan, I have 2 infantry. Okay, so I'm going to do my IPC count after we're out of time. Thank you.